Prodigal Daughter, a redemptive tale of lost love and the road home, inspired by Luke 15:11-32. She was born into grace and wildflowers. Ariel, her name, meant Lioness of God. And indeed, she ran through the vineyards of her father's land with the strength and laughter of someone deeply loved and never doubted. Her childhood was a chorus of lullabies, braided hair, and hands held during every storm. Her father, quiet man of presence, wisdom, and deep eyes, loved her fiercely. Her older sister Miriam stayed close to home, dutiful and steady, but Ariella. She dreamed of far-off places. By the time she turned 17, the vineyards felt small, the songs too quiet, the rules too many. She wanted color, fire, music at midnight. She wanted freedom more, so she thought. One morning, with trembling resolve, she walked into the courtyard and looked her father in the eyes. "Give me my inheritance now," she said. The words landed like a blade. Her sister gasped. The servants froze. Even the birds in the fig trees seemed to stop singing. But her father didn't raise his voice. He only nodded. And something in his posture bent that had never bent before. She left at dawn the next day with coins heavy in her bag and rebellion humming in her heart. She didn't look back. The city welcomed her with open arms. It glowed in the night, smelled of spice and ambition. She wore silk, lined her eyes with kohl, danced under lanterns, and dined on rooftops with poets and thieves. For a time she was someone. She was admired, desired, praised. She tasted love or what passed for. It tanned, gave pieces of herself to men who whispered promises in the dark. But gold runs out. And when it did, so did the faces she once called friends. The city changed. So did her reflection. Her silk turned to rags, her laughter to silence. Love became memory, and memory became shame. She found herself in a brothel's kitchen, scrubbing floors, eating crusts, hiding bruises not, all on the skin. One night, alone on a cold rooftop, she broke. The stars above her mocked her dreams. She wept not with drama, but with exhaustion. And into that dark silence came a whisper not from the streets below, but from deep within. Even my father's servants have bread. Even his hired hands have beds. She closed her eyes. I will return, she said, not as a daughter. I forfeited that. But perhaps as a servant. The road home was longer than she remembered. Her sandals wore through. Her pride drained with every step. She rehearsed her confession over and over. I am not worthy to be called your daughter. Let me be a servant. But what she didn't know was this. Her father had waited. Every morning he'd walked the garden wall, scanning the road beyond the vineyards. Every evening he'd lit a lamp and whispered her name. And then one dusty afternoon he saw a silhouette. Thin, tired, head bowed. But fathers recognized daughters. Even in rags, he ran. No one had ever seen him run before. He stumbled over stones, cloak flying, tears already forming. When he reached her, she dropped to her knees, shaking. Father, she began, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I'm not worthy to be. But he didn't let her finish. He lifted her into his arms, dirt and all, and kissed her forehead like he had when she was a child, afraid of thunder. Bring the robe, he called, the crimson one, and the family ring.
Prepare a feast. My daughter was dead, and now she lives.
That night the estate glowed with music. Laughter returned to the vineyards. But not everyone rejoiced. Miriam, the older sister, stood in the hallway, arms crossed. She wasted it all, she said, bitter. And you welcome her with robes? The father turned to her gently. Daughter, you are always with me. All that I have is yours. But your sister was lost, and now she is home. Come, join the celebration. Miriam's eyes filled with conflict. But she saw her sister in the garden barefoot again, laughing again, redeemed. And slowly, she stepped outside. You see, this isn't just Ariella's story, it's ours. We all carry bags packed with ambition, rebellion, wounds. We all chase dreams that crumble. But the Father's love is not erased by distance. His memory of you is not stained by your shame. You may have traded silks for scars, You may be on the rooftop of regret, but his eyes are still on the road. His arms are still open, and he still calls you daughter. Come home, not to be a servant, but to be loved.